it. So we got it.
We got it.
Right there.
One person right there. We lit. You know what I mean? So like I said, Corey, it's been some time, you know what I'm saying? It's been a new year, you know what I'm saying? Like, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New
you know
Year,
what I'm saying?
Definitely Happy New Year. Another year, more life, man.
More life, you know what I'm saying? We gotta strive, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like as a culture, we taking over, you know what I'm saying?
For real,
It
definitely.
really is, like, with marketing, with the entertainment, all that, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, MADD City, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, MADD City.
You know what I'm saying? Government man's Corey here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Forex Trader.
Yeah, man. You know, it's been good. It's been treating me good.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought y'all was scammers.
Yeah, a lot of people did because a lot of people didn't know what it was at first, and it's still new. It's a big thing because at first, like regular people like you and me have access to the market. You had to have a minimum of $10,000 in your account just to get into the trading market.
Dang.
And then about a year ago, that all changed, and the government changed it to now it's a minimum of $10.
Oh wow!
So that just opened up a whole like.
So wait for the people like myself, you know what I'm saying? Like explain what is like in general Forex, like you know what I'm saying?
So Forex is an acronym. It's like just a smaller word for foreign exchange.
Oh okay.
So you ever been on vacation outside the country?
Nah, I ain't been there yet.
So anybody that's been on vacation outside the country, usually when you get off the plane, you go to a currency exchange.
Okay.
So you trade your US dollar or like whatever country you're from for the currency that the country you're going to.
Oh, okay.
And then usually most of the time you're either going to get more money or less money for that transaction.
Word? You get more money?
You can get more money back. So there's currencies out there that actually like are not as like wealthy as the US dollar.
Yeah.
So your dollar is going to stretch more in that country. So let's say you go on vacation on a Monday, you do that currency exchange. Now you have their currency for that week.
Okay.
You spend it, you do this, you do that, and let's say you come back to that currency exchange at the end of your vacation with that same amount of money, trying to gain money. Basically.
So when did this all start though? Like as far as foreign exchange, like when did people start doing this like more heavy?
It's always been a thing, foreign exchange. It's just usually been a way just to trade currencies. Because usually when you go outside the country, let's say you go to a restaurant, they might not take your US dollar in Europe. They might only take the euro. So you're gonna have to trade your currency with other countries and stuff like that.
So you got no choice but to
usually trade your currencies.
That's kind of crazy.
And then due to the market always fluctuating and the price of the dollar in each country always change, you can buy and sell your dollar to make money and make profit.
So how do you start getting into this? Like you know what I'm saying? Like how do you?
So there's many ways you can start. I chose more of not a traditional route, but I knew that there's people out there with more experience than me.
Okay.
Some people try to do it on their own. It takes a little bit longer trying to teach yourself, trying to go through the trials and errors of trading and things like that, because you're gonna lose money in the beginning just because you don't know what you're doing, but that's not the type of risk I wanted to take. So I chose to join this group called IML Academy, which is almost just a tool that teaches you how to trade.
So like an investment group?
It's like an investment group.
Okay.
Now IML Academy supplies us with videos, tutors, mentors.
They got the whole
a bunch of people, and there's millions of people in the group. So there's never a time where I never had a question that couldn't be answered, and that would make me feel more comfortable than me trying to be a trader on my own, trying to figure out things just like from learning from trial and error.
Right. What made you get into like this, you know what I'm saying, get into the trading business, like the
foreign exchange market? Well, like I've always been like an entrepreneur at heart. Like I've always felt like I've always wanted to work for myself and be in control of my own life and things like that, because I just never felt comfortable working for somebody else.
Right.
So I always knew I wanted to get into trading, but I knew that I never had enough capital to really do it. If anybody knows like how much stock of Apple is or stock of Nike, it's almost insane to buy one share of that stock. So I knew I had to find a way to ease myself into the trading world. A good friend of mine, Keith Elliott, came up to me at the beginning of the school year this year and told me about the opportunity that I could have about trading. Hopped on a interest call. The guy above him had more knowledge and he broke some more things down to me, and he also gave me the confidence that he was going to help me through the process, which made me more comfortable with spending my money with them, because the IML Academy wasn't free.
So you had to get money? Like
I had to pay. I had to invest basically in myself to start off. At the time I joined, it was $160 to join the IML group, which was supplying with the training videos, the mentors, and all that. So I had to really sit back and think, like, is this really what I want to do? I'm going to invest real money into it before I even see anything coming back for it. So I had to make sure mentally I was right before anything else. But then when Keith came to me about it, I had trust in him, and I had trust in the people he worked with. So I took the jump.
And you started this last year?
No, I actually started this 4 months ago.
Oh, 4 months?
Yeah, 4 months.
Fresh.
Yeah, I'm very fresh. I'm very fresh. But I feel like I've learned so much with joining this academy group because every day there's something going on. They're teaching us. There's calls every night. So there's just constant knowledge every day. And I feel like I've grown 2 times faster I would with the IML Academy than I would have by myself. Like I see myself now surpassing people that have been doing this by themselves, and I try to get them on, but some people want to do it their own way.
Yeah, some people I know a certain amount of people that do the Forex. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they was trying to get me to do it. I ain't gonna lie, I was treating y'all like Jehovah's Witness. You know what I mean? Like not answering that question. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy. But like, what's some of the benefits of using Forex? Like Forex Trader instead of other marketing apps such as Bitcoin, or going directly to a stock you want to invest in?
The best thing about foreign currency is the amount of money that it takes to invest. I could have $2 in my account and trade with that. It's the cheapest market to get in, and it's the most liquidated market to get in. Like on a constant, I'm pretty sure it's $6.3 trillion being fluctuated through the market on a constant basis every day. From Sunday o'clock at 5 p.m. when the market opens to Friday at 5 p.m. when the market closes. Oh, wow. So it's open for basically 5 days of the week, and it's just you don't need as much capital to get in. A lot of these stocks, like you need a certain level of money in your account to get into it. And even through foreign exchange, you could also, I trade Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency. I've recently, due to the war talk, I've been getting into gold. I've been getting into oil.
Right. That's interesting, like with the war going on right now.
Definitely. It's a lot of things going on.
A lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Because, we use their, like the area, like the Middle East, we use their resource, the oil.
Yeah, a lot. And that's what's making, like a lot of people don't know, but the gold price spiked the past week, the past 2 weeks.
I've been looking at it.
Like, so that war talk gets people nervous and scared a little bit. Usually in a lot of these countries, when war happens, their currency goes to dust. It's like the currency just dies off. The war just kills their currency. So the only thing that people have left are their own items, gold, silver, different things that would never lose value. Like would never lose value, but would never not be profitable over time. So like I don't know if you heard of Trax NYC. He makes a lot of chains for rappers and stuff in New York. But during wartime, he actually slowed down his production of making gold and serving out to people and stuff, and started to hold his gold because he bought his gold at one price. It spiked. Now it's at now his gold is worth way more than what he bought it at. So now what he could do is sell the gold he has at the high price, wait till it comes back down, and now buy more gold for than what he had before.
He trying to finesse.
Yeah, so it's just a constant game. Yeah, it's a whole game, a constant cycle. So a lot of jewelers, anybody in the banking business, it's a scary time, but it's also a lot of money making time. Woo. Because
I see y'all making a lot of money in the
Forex. Yeah, a lot of money going on. So
big money, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So like I said, like how long you been doing Forex trading, you know what I'm saying? I seen you been promoting on the gram.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's kinda
I'll actually use the social media as like a platform because it's just the easiest way to speak to a crowd of people at once. I get constant viewers. I get over 500, 600 views on my story. So I feel like that's the best way to get the word out. And I understand that people think it's a scam and people think a lot of things about it. But the goal is just to ease that edge on people. It's not just I want people to join and pay for the thing and lose money. I want people to make money.
Right.
If I see an opportunity that I can make money from and I can see my friends can make money from, why not put my friends on? So I noticed that a lot of my close friends has joined with me on this journey.
No scams in?
No scams yet. So a lot of my best friends, they've joined. My best friend Charlie, he joined about 3 months ago.
Okay.
And he actually just started getting onto his real account and making real money and things like that. But I like to tell people it's a process. There's nothing like there's gonna be days where you're gonna make money overnight. There's gonna be days where you make money in seconds and hours and stuff like that. But the learning process is gonna take time. You gotta sit down and study the charts. You gotta sit down and read.
How do you keep yourself maintained and keep that mentality? Because like you just said, like it's a process. But you know, we live in a time now. People don't want that. They want the
fast
FedEx,
money. Yeah.
They want the FedEx day shipping.
Yeah,
you know
that fast 2-day shipping. They want that fast money. I just never caught interest in fast money, honestly. I've always seen some of the greatest people in the world. They've never made their money that type of way. So it just never interested me that much. And I always knew I wanted to be a trader. So I think that was just what guided me to stay motivated. It's like it's something I always wanted to do, and now I have the opportunity to do it. So I'm not going to slander that. I'm not going to waste the opportunity I got.
Right.
And it's funny because a lot of people tell me, like, even when I was younger, like, oh yeah, I want to get into trading when I get older. I want to invest my money. Everybody says they want to invest their money. An opportunity comes their way to invest, and now no one wants to invest their money now. Right. So I'm glad I'm getting into it early. I'm learning a lot. I'm making.
That's the thing. We young, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We like 21, 22.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We doing way more things than our parents did. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And it's better to be ahead of the game.
Right.
People try to wait, so I'll do it later in life, but I really don't want to wait later in life. I don't got too much risk right now as being 20 years old. If I lose money, I lose money. It's not like it's affecting my life. Like now, let's say I'm 40 and I'm losing money, now it's affecting my family and stuff like that, and that's a problem.
So did you always have love for like numbers and having a like business mindset? Like what's some of your aspirations like growing up?
I don't know. I have a family member that works at the New York Stock Exchange, and the way he lived always interests me. He always like pulled up to the family functions in the nicest cars. Like his barbecues are always the nicest.
What's the movie?
Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. So that always interests me. Like it was just like amazing to see like the way he was living his life. So I thought, I was like, okay, like maybe like the trading world is something good to get into. So I think I was in middle school when I visited the New York Stock Exchange, and I was amazed. And it's funny because people like think it's all crowded and there's papers everywhere and people yelling.
I think it's like cocaine.
People think that's amazing. The movies, the movies have it different. But when I went there, it's completely quiet. Over the past about 20, 30 years, they've fired over hundreds of people there because technology now is growing where they don't need as many people doing things. Like computers could do half the work a man could do now. Right. So it was very quiet in there, people just doing their jobs, some traders here and there, some senior traders and things like that. And then seeing that lifestyle people living was what really interests me and stuff. And then also the movie The Wolf of Wall Street was like motivating in itself. It was like, whoa, like look how these guys are living. And stuff. So I was like, there's got to be something in this market. There's got to be something in trading that's something good. It has to be something good in it.
So you think this is the future, like Forex?
Definitely, it's going to be the future of financial freedom. I think for a lot of millennials and a lot of young individuals that get on early, because I feel like once this market becomes a little crowded, it's going to be harder for others to get into it because it's so fresh. But it's definitely going to be the future. I think you're going to start seeing a growth in a lot of millennial millionaires that did a lot of investments. You're going to see a lot of young entrepreneurs starting to grow. So there's definitely a big future in this, and people got to look out, man, because the Forex market is opening up.
You almost, you know what I'm saying, like you making me want to go to my phone when, you know what I'm saying,
right? And that's like the other best part about it. I sit on my phone, I'm a student, and I haven't worked in about 5 months. Right when I started Forex, I quit my job because I wanted to put all my time into it. I knew what it took. I knew it took time and energy, so I was like, all right, let me give it to it. Let me give the energy.
You realize like you can invest in yourself more than investing in like to a place.
Yeah, a place that
really don't even get.
Yeah. I get sick, or let's say I die, they're gonna have another guy replace
a financial commodity
for them. And then I just didn't feel I didn't see the amount of hours of my life I was putting in reflected in the money I was receiving. So I think that the opportunity of being able to make money from my phone, make money anywhere in the world, on a daily basis, was just a great opportunity. I was just like, man, I might not have to work anymore. Right. I have to try that out.
But was it some hesitant move? You know what I'm saying? Cause like that gamble, you know what I mean? Like,
it is definitely a gamble, but when you surround yourself with people with the success you want to have, it made it more comfortable. Like when I looked up to I look to my peers and some of the mentors that I speak to every day now, and I see their success. It made me trust the process a little bit more. Like I knew it could be a gamble. Oh, I could lose money, but I knew even at the end of the day, let's say I do lose money, I still learned something. So.
So you take your losses as lessons.
Definitely, yes, definitely. Even when I lose money I lose money all the time in the foreign exchange market, but I don't take that as me like, oh, I'm about to stop. It's just like, okay, I'm not gonna make that same mistake twice. Right. I see myself sometimes getting greedy with the market. I make a little bit of money, then I go a little bit. I try to bite off a little more than I can chew, and then that's when I say like, okay, this it's still a process. Yeah. It's still something I still got to take my time with it. So it's just I love the process of this. Like even when I lose money, I make more money than I lose. So as long as that's still the same process, I'm happy.
So break it down. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you know what I'm saying. A person from the hood, you know what I mean. They might want to get into forex, but you know what I'm saying? Anybody want money, you know what I mean? They want the money like right there, like on some Cash App.
Definitely right.
Send it to my account, you know
what I mean? My money, yeah.
So how does that work out, you know what I'm saying? Because like you just said, it's a process,
So since I don't have a brokerage license, so I'm not actually able
So it's levels.
Yeah, there's not levels to it, but it's just there's certain things I can and cannot do. Since like I don't have a broker's license, I can't directly access the stock market or the foreign exchange market by myself. Only a person with a license can do that. So as an individual, I do is I go through a broker that puts the trades in for me that I pick, and they take out a small percent. Like what I use is called KOT Forex, and they take 7 cents per trade per trade for me. So it's only 7 cents per trade. Most of the time, I'm making over $1 and $2. But 7 cents is nothing. Okay. But he does the middle. He's like the middleman for just the average day person.
Oh wow.
So I invest my money with them with KOT. They put that into my trading account. I trade in my trading account, and then when I want my money, I send it back to him, and he sends it to my account. Oh. So he's like the middle. The KOT website is like the middleman for all my.
So is it like is it like a kind of like a paycheck sort of thing, or you just like money?
It's directly deposited to my account.
Okay.
Now you could do it different ways. You could get your money taken out through shares of Bitcoin, and with the new Cash App update, Cash App is now connected to Bitcoin, so you can almost cash out your money through Cash App if you trade your money over to the Bitcoin.
Okay.
So I seen people do that. I actually just transferred over from using Cash App and Bitcoin by using Coinbase now, which is another type of cryptocurrency. It's another app on the App Store. So that was just a little easier than using Cash App because you hear about the things that go on with Cash App. So Coinbase was just a little bit more simpler, and it was just a little more direct for me.
Yeah, but you know, like, cause what was the app? I think it was the app.
They have a lot
of like Circle app.
Yeah, Circle, Robinhood.
They all got like deleted, you know what I mean?
They all got deleted. They all don't make it because they don't have consistent income coming through them. They offer, like, I know Robinhood was offering, if you have one share, you get one free stock. And which doesn't make any sense. Like how I shared this with a friend, and now I get a free stock of something.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, buy one, get one free. And some of the things just don't make sense with some of these other trading sites. But the site that we use called MADD Trader 4, it's direct, it's simple. There's really no explanation to it. With the IMO Academy, they show you how to use it. They show you how to use other apps that you can download on the App Store to assist you with trading and looking out for signals and things like that. So I have yet to see a problem with the MADD Trader 4 app that I use to trade. It's pretty consistent, and it has yet to disappear or anything for me. So
would you say you had like more of an advantage because like it seems like, you know what I'm saying, you had like the right people in your circle, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people who do Forex, you know what I'm saying, that might not be the reality of it. The reality might be, you know what I'm saying, they might be just doing it by themselves, and people might not, the envy and hate might be around. So what would you say about that? Like
I guess you just want to sometimes block out the haters and people that try to doubt you, because it doesn't really matter what they say, what they do. It's just a matter what you do. Because at the end of the day, they're not trying to make the money for you. They're not trying to help you out. Like that doesn't even matter. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna help out yourself. You're your own man. So as an individual, it's a little bit harder, especially when people bashing you about it and things like that. But like definitely being a part of a group, it gets even more bashed because we try to promote a system that helps teach it.
Right.
People think it's a scam, but it's almost like all I try to relate it is like everybody used Khan Academy in school to learn how to do math and English and stuff like that. This is another thing called IML Academy, which teaches individuals how to trade. And it even stretches farther than the foreign exchange market, because once you learn how to read charts and things like that, you could replicate that in the stock market. You could replicate that in the cryptocurrency market. Bring that back into the foreign exchange market.
So you're saying it could lead to more opportunities?
Lead to many more opportunities, and that's the big thing with foreign exchange. I don't want to just. It's not saying this is not something I want to do with all my life, but I want to use this to build my capital to do the things that I really want to do in life, and the dreams and aspirations that take money that I want to do.
Right, because ownership is the key to success. I like to say sometimes, you know what I'm saying, but you think Forex trading is the right way to start the path, you know what I'm saying, like that direction towards entrepreneurship and ownership?
There's many different paths, but I think it's a great start. It teaches. There's a lot of lessons you learn very quickly once you get into foreign exchange. You learn how to manage your money. You learn when you're studying the news, you see how the news affects the market. There's days where when Trump dropped that bomb on that general in Iran, the price of gold just spiked. Something else happened. The bombs that they did on the air base, it spiked again. It's like, oh, so what's happening? So now there's a correlation. So now you're paying more attention to the news, and then you're just growing. Now I'm I'm on CNBC every day trying to see what's going on in life.
Right, because money fluctuates.
Money fluctuates. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, it's really insane how money really how the power of money really is.
It's crazy, like how the money, like the history of money, like how we came a long way from just coins to like paper.
Right.
Electronic.
Yeah, electronic now. I'm pretty sure like the U.S. dollar and everything is still gonna stick around, but I think in the future maybe that there might not even be paper money anymore. It may be all electronic. Like you can just see how much people use Cash App and Apple Pay nowadays. How easy it is to access your money from your phone. Like nowadays, you go to Walmart and pay for your groceries by tapping your phone on the scanner.
In fact, I think China actually has that. They actually just doing that right now.
Yeah, they're in the process.
The currency, cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency over there is big. So definitely, electronic money is growing faster than you could think about it. I know people that just stick with Bitcoin. And do a lot of, I call them Bitcoin bullies, because that's all they do is stay on Bitcoin. But at the day, that's your hustle. I get in Bitcoin sometimes here and there. It's real volatile. It's a little scary.
So is it like competition a little bit? I don't know.
It could be some competition. I like the competition a little bit. Like I sometimes when I talk to other individuals that are like they're solo traders that just do it alone.
Right, how you feel about them? Cause you like, it's like in a way, like I'm gonna try to relate it like you like with a label and like somebody independent.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. And I try to put people on. I'm telling you, bro, you don't gotta be struggling no more. Like we got you with the knowledge, we got you with the signals, like we got you with everything that you need to be successful. But some people like to take the harder route. But then sometimes you can learn more lessons that way. You like that person might learn more life lessons on trading than I even would. But I'm glad that I took the easier route by connecting myself to the resources that I needed to have to be successful.
Now the question is, it's like you just say you got the resources. Now are you going to use those resources to, what I'm saying, to push the culture forward? You know what I mean? Like as far as like just each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely.
You teach somebody around you about ownership. You know what I mean? Not like you just said, not even about Forex. That can be the foundation, but more, you know what I'm saying?
And just increasing knowledge. That's why I try to stress on social media so much, because this is just a great way to just educate people. It's a great way to educate people. Younger people could do this.
Shout out to the fans.
Shout out to the fans.
MADD City.
Yeah, MADD City. But younger people could do this. Older people can do this. I've taught my mom actually works in banking, and I think I've taught my mom more about foreign currency and trading and things like that than she even known. But it's just like it's for everybody. And then I think for the culture especially, that it could really help us become in our own market. We could solo out our own market. Like and even in my group, it's predominantly a minority.
Right.
Because most of the time, a lot of the Caucasians or a lot of other people, a lot of other races out there already know about this.
Yeah, like
Timmy's
we
dad,
behind,
we're kind of behind on this. Like Timmy's dad been doing this and taking his kids to the Swiss Alps through the foreign currency market for years. But this knowledge is just starting to get into the black culture. And I think joining IML Academy, I feel like it's almost like a job. It's like my job to help educate people on it and try to get like the idea of it being a scam out of people's minds. Because it's honestly not a scam, and it's a great way to make money. But if people are always on edge about it, they'll never know. And by the time they see that they should have got on, it'll be too late.
So what would you tell a person that wants to start doing Forex right now? Like person that doesn't have a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, that just wants to get inside the Forex Trader because they want to invest in themselves.
Well, the first thing I gotta come with people is how serious they are, because some people say they're interested in foreign exchange, some people say they're interested in being a trader, but to really be in this lifestyle, you gotta really be hungry. Like it's not something like you can't just want to try it. It has to be something that you know this is what I want to do. Yeah, you gotta be ready. So like that's the first thing I try to nitpick. I'd be like, is this really the guy that I want to part of my team? Is this the guy I really want to mentor? Like, is this person gonna stick with me, or is this person just gonna listen to me for a month and dip? I'm never gonna hear from him again. So when I first talk to people, I want to see where their mind's at. Where do they want to see themselves in 5 years? And not even that. Where do you want to see themselves in a year? Where do you want to see yourself in 6 months? Like, how much more knowledge do you want to learn? After that, I ask people like, do they want to be their own boss? Because like, how long do you want to work for somebody else? Right. That's honestly like how many hours of your life do you want to give to a company that really doesn't care about you? Really where the owner the owner of the company probably doesn't even know your name. So, and that's facts. And then the other hand is just how much patience that they have. Because it's definitely not overnight success. Like I've studied for months now. And not recently, but probably the past month, I've seen constant profit, which is just even more just motivational and just reassuring that I made the right decision. But as you just got to make sure that when the people that I choose and the people that I want to get into it and teach and stuff, that I got to make sure that they're ready for the venture, because it's definitely a long term thing. It's not for the short term.
So do you see yourself branching off to just having your own thing going on?
Definitely.
Because like you just said, like independent, you know what I mean? But at the same time,
I'm with the group, and then also in this group, we also teach about growing our own groups. So I'm a part of Good Vibes Trade Group right now on campus. It's GVO Trade Group. Basically a part of Keith Elliott. He's the head guy of the group at Platinum 1000.
Shout out to Keith Elliott.
Yeah, shout out to Keith. So he's the head guy of the GVO group, and right now, the name of my small group, I have currently 4 members in part of my group called Money Making Madness, and right now they're like my 4 mentees. And I teach these 4 guys how to make money, and they've been making money. They're a few steps behind me, but there's not even a difference between us. The only difference between us is time. Like the only difference between me and the guy in my group is that I have a few months ahead of him. But I know in 2 months he's going to be in the same position I'm in. So that's just the best thing, just because I know those guys they're preaching the word of foreign exchange as well, and they're going to eventually have their own group and stuff like that. And it's going to be good for me when I look back and see the growth of the whole thing and see how many people I've affected. And that's like the biggest thing. That's like the emotional satisfaction that you get out of it.
That's the biggest agenda for you.
Yeah, just helping other people, because like I can make money all the time. Like that could help my personal growth.
Right, money come every day.
Yeah, money come every day. You see that in the market all the time. But to see that you hit a light bulb in somebody else's mind, where you see that you've affected somebody, where now they're changing their lifestyle, that goes deeper to your heart more than the money does. Where I get a lot of my mentees tell me, thank you, Corey, for putting me on, this, that, and the third. Like that's the stuff that's worth more than any number of dollars or anything.
Sound like you're the man with the plan, man.
Trying, man, definitely.
Yeah, Honcho over here.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be my own boss, man. And it's gonna take some time, and I'm here for it. And I'm here to take the process as it is. I'm here for all the ups and downs.
I feel you. Yeah, I heard it, man, right here.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's been real.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me on the show, and thanks for letting me talk on here, man.
Anytime, you know what I'm saying, always come through, you know what I'm saying. it was already open. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Mad City, for having me. And
you already know the one and only Buddha.
Right, Corey McGee.
Where they can find you at though, Corey?
You can find me on my Instagram at _I'm_Corey on IG, or track name Corey on Twitter. You could DM me on those sites. I'm available for any questions that you may have about the foreign exchange market. Any doubts that you may have, I can clear that up for you. But if you have interest, you can reach me at those sites, and just DM me.
There you go.
Thank you, man. It's definitely good. So glad we got this in, bro.